So what is going on, my fellow collectors? How is everybody doing today? Daredevil19 here, and today we're going to be taking a look at the Bandai Tamashii Nations SH Figuarts Suicide Squad DEADSHOT. So let's get into it right away and start off with the box. So we do get a basic looking style box for the SH Figuarts Suicide Squad line. We do get the window right there in the front of the box, and on the window in red says SH Figuarts. On the top of the box says Suicide Squad, and if you look throughout the entire box you see these triangles and they all have bullets all throughout them, so I thought that looked pretty cool. Then on the bottom of the box we do get an image of the DEADSHOT figure, says DEADSHOT, Tamashii Nations, and Bandai. And then there's the bottom of the box there, looking pretty cool. And then here is the top of it, pretty much same thing. And then here is the one side of it, says DEADSHOT, then we do get his logo on the top there. And then here is the other side of the box with an image of the figure, and then the back of it shows a couple poses you can get the figure into along with some of the accessories. But anyway, that is the packaging. Let's get this figure open and take a closer look at the guy who invented the song Getting Jiggy With It. Alrighty, so taking a closer detailed look, and Tamashii Nations really did an incredible job with this DEADSHOT. I do have a few issues or complaints about the figure. One of them is on his collar. He doesn't have that little saying, I am the light, on there. So that's one issue right off the bat there. And then another one is he has a molded gun on his hip there. And then he has two molded guns on his back. Why are they just molded guns? And then we don't get any other guns besides his main, I guess, rifle or whatever, the big automatic gun. That's the only gun that we get with this DEADSHOT besides the molded gun in his hip. And then the two on his back, and then same with the molded knife into the holster as well. So it's like, to me, that's extremely lazy and very cheap on Tamashii Nation's behalf, not including any extra guns with him and just molding them into the holsters. They look nice and everything, but it's like, come on, man. So those are a couple issues right off the bat with this figure. I do have a few more we'll get into a little bit later, but the face sculpt, I think, looks incredible. Exactly like Will Smith, so they really did a fantastic job with that. The detail is really exquisite on this figure. Like I said, the face looks great. Eyebrows, nice clean paintwork on it. Same with on the eyes. The beard looks great. Nice sculpt and paint around the nose and the mouth and everything. Eyes both painted looking in the same direction. So big plus on the face and head sculpt. And I do like how the beard is like sculpted on there as well. So very good job with that. And I like how it fades out when it goes up to his ear, just like how it looked in the movie. And then the rest of his head is just bald like how it is in the movie. His armor looks dope. I think they nailed that pretty much perfectly. I love the way the armor looks. Beautiful sculpt all throughout it. And the paint on this figure is pretty clean for the most part. A little bit of sloppiness here and there, but it's not horribly bad. We do get the Crosshairs DEADSHOT logo on the left side of his chest, which looks pretty cool. I love all the little bolts in his armor right there, or screws, whatever they are. I think that looks really cool. And then the midsection piece of the armor is actually on a joint, so you could swivel it. I mean, that's all you could do with it. You can technically pop it off if you wanted to, but then you'd have a weird hole right in his stomach. I like the way these buckles look on the top around the shoulders. That looks pretty cool. Very nice work all throughout the armor. That's probably one of my favorite parts about the figure. Nice sculpt work on the side of the torso on his red and maroon shirt there. And I do like the texture of the red and the maroon. I think it has a pretty cool texture to it. And then we get the straps from his armor going around the side of the torso and up over the shoulders, continuing to the back there. I really like the texture of the armor on the back. I think that looks pretty cool. Very nice sculpt all throughout it. Same with on the back of the red shirt and the maroon and everything. And then the arms, we do get some armor on his shoulders and around the bicep, and they look pretty cool. Very nice sculpt and paint. Good job there. We got a strap up around the upper bicep. The elbow joints aren't that bad. I thought they were going to look really bad on this figure, but they're not actually. Then we get the forearm with his guns on there. Those look pretty cool. They did a good job with those. Just a little bit of the gold paint is bleeding onto the red there. See what I mean? A little bit of sloppy paint issues here and there. I love the way the buckles look around the forearm, and I really like that red paint that they used. That looks really nice. And then moving around the waist, we get a bunch of clips. Now, these two right here are actually on joints, but they're the only ones on the waist that are on joints. Like this one isn't, and then that one over there isn't. But the paint and sculpt look great on the clips. I like how we could see the buckles sculpted on there. And then continuing, we get like a little pouch right there by the one gun that is molded into this piece right here, which I think is pretty stupid. I just molded guns really should not be happening with imports at all. Paint with the gunmetal gray right here is bleeding onto the black on both sides of the guns there, so that's kind of sucks. But nice sculpt work all throughout this piece. It looks nice, but like I said, molded guns really shouldn't be happening on imports. We have like a little hook thing right there connected to his belt, which looks pretty cool. And then we have some piece here, I don't know what it is. Nice sculpt work all throughout the pants. We get sculpted wrinkles all throughout it. We do have the molded gun on the hip here, which looks nice. They did a good job with it, but like I said, why is it just a molded gun and then we don't actually get that gun separately as an accessory? So that sucks. But the strap does look cool. That's connected to the holster. Get the buckle sculpted on there. Same with on this side. That looks pretty cool. These straps. And then we get these clips here, which you can swivel and you can pop them off if you wanted to. But very nice paint and sculpt on them. They did a good job with those clips. Nice sculpted wrinkles all throughout the pants. And there's the back there. Continuation of these straps. And you do see the knee joints, which blend in actually pretty good on this figure. One of my favorite things, along with the armor, is the knee armor or knee pads. I think these look dope. Beautiful paint and sculpt on these. And then the straps on them, they don't fully connect around because I guess they'd get in the way of the knee joints, so they just made them stop, but they made them like a softer rubbery type plastic, so I thought that was pretty cool. And the pants look great. I like how they're all bunched up, tucked into the boot. We get some like pockets right there on the lower leg, only on the right side because you don't see it on the left one there. Then we do get the knife here, which you can also swivel, and it is molded in there, but you can remove it if you would like to. And then his boots look pretty good. Do see the laces sculpted on there, so that looks pretty cool. Side of them. Nice sculpt work all throughout the boots, actually, and on the back look pretty cool too. And then the bottom, we get some well, a little bit of treads actually. They didn't do it like in the middle of the foot, so that's a little weird. But overall, I do think they did a nice job with this DEADSHOT. There is a few issues or complaints that I have, and I know a lot of people will have the same complaints about the figure as well, but overall I think the detail really looks outstanding on this figure, and they did a very nice job with it. But anyway, continuing on. Moving on to the accessories, we really do not get much with this DEADSHOT, and that is pretty damn disappointing, especially with the price that we pay for these SH Figuarts figures. But we do get 2 interchangeable heads. I do wish that we got 3, but we do only get the 2, so we do get the unmasked basic looking face here, which does come on the figure out of the packaging that we did take a look at before, and they executed the likeness of Will Smith perfectly on this interchangeable head here. So very good job with the unmasked head, and I do wish that we got another one, but with him wearing that piece over his left eye that he was wearing in the beginning of the movie, so I do wish that they included an interchangeable head with that as well. So we do get the unmasked one, and then we do get the best out of the 2, which is the masked interchangeable head, and this thing just looks great. I love the texture of the mask, very nice sculpt all throughout it, and clean paintwork wherever there is paint, like on these gray spots here. I do like how you can see the ears sculpted under the mask. That looks pretty cool. And very nice paint and sculpt around the mouth area where the eye is. Very nice job on the eye that you can see. Then the left eye, that's probably the best part about the mask. That just looks dope. Really great job with the detail on that there. So we do get those 2 interchangeable heads, and the way you interchange them, the neck does come off with the head, as you can see, but when you want to put it on, just pop it on the joint right there and then just pull up to take it off. So very simple to interchange the heads. So we do get that, and then we also get his one and only gun, which is probably one of the biggest disappointing things about this figure. I mean, he's a hitman. He constantly uses guns, and all we get is this one gun here. Not even an extra pistol or something. I mean, look at the Mafex DEADSHOT. What do we get? 3 or 4 guns with that one? And SH Figuarts is supposed to be a higher quality figure line, and we just get this one gun with DEADSHOT, who's a hitman, who's known for using guns and weapons. And this is all that we get with him. So that's probably one of the biggest disappointing things about this figure, is the lack of weapons or guns included with him. But they really did do a fantastic job with this gun here. Very nice sculpt all throughout it. That looks cool on the top right there. I like the way that looks. Sculpt looks dope. And the paint's pretty clean for the most part on this. I don't really see any sloppy paint work. I like the way this black and gold piece looks. The clip looks dope. So does the handle. So really great job on this gun. It just sucks that all we get is guns molded into the holsters on this figure. It's just really disappointing. And then actually another huge disappointing thing about the gun here is his trigger finger hand does not grip onto this good at all. It is such a loose, horrible fit. And as you can see here, he does not grip onto his gun good at all with the trigger finger hand. Look how loose of a fit that is. That is horrible. When you have him with the left gripping hand gripping onto this piece here, he does hold it fine, but that's because the left gripping hand has a really secure grip on this piece right here. But when you have him just holding it with his trigger finger hand, it's just so horribly loose, it's ridiculous. That's probably my biggest complaint or issue that I have with this DEADSHOT. So we do get this one and only gun with the Hitman DEADSHOT, and then we finally get 6 interchangeable hands. So we do get a pair of fists, of course, which come on the figure out of the packaging, and very nice sculpt and paintwork all throughout these. And for some reason on the fingers, like the ring and pinky, and then under them there's some random white paint or something. Like, what the hell is that? It's only on my right fist. Like, what the hell? I mean, other than that, they did a really good job on the fist and very clean paintwork where the red meets the black there. So good job on the fist, besides that random white paint or whatever. And all the hands are extremely easy to interchange. I like how they made the wrist joints. They're a little more thick where the ball is right here and connects to the rest of the joint compared to what we usually get with the SH Figuarts figures wrist joints. And they're so easy to swap out, so I really do like that about this figure here. So we do get a pair of fists, and then we also get a pair of open bitch smack hands, or just some open hands here. Kind of look like high five hands for some reason. I don't know why we got these, but very nice paint and sculpt. I really dig that red paint. Nice clean paint where the red meets the black there. We do get a little bit of sculpted wrinkles on the glove here around the thumb and then up around the knuckles, so I think that looks pretty cool. So good job on the open hands there. And then finally we get a left gripping hand and a right trigger finger hand. And like I said before, the right trigger finger hand grips onto the gun so bad it's ridiculous, but this left gripping hand grips onto the other piece on the gun very securely. But very nice paint and sculpt all throughout these hands here. But anyway, that is all the accessories included with DEADSHOT. Let's keep moving on with the rest of the review, shall we? Now for the height of DEADSHOT. To the top of his head, it looks like he stands around 6 inches and 1/4 of an inch tall. And then here he is compared to the Mafex Suicide Squad Joker, the SH Figuarts Suicide Squad Joker, the SH Figuarts Suicide Squad Harley Quinn, and the Mezco 112 Joker. And then here he is compared to the SH Figuarts Civil War Captain America, the Mezco 112 Batman, the Mezco 112 Superman, and the SH Figuarts Hawkeye. And then here he is compared to the SH Figuarts Awakened Warrior Super Saiyan Goku and the Mezco 112 Punisher. Anyway, there's some quick comparisons. Let's keep moving on with the rest of the review! So now for the articulation, we do get 2 points at the neck, so the upper neck joint you can get DEADSHOT to look up a really good amount, and then going down he just pretty much looks straight ahead. We get some really good pivot at that upper neck joint, as you can see there. And then it does swivel. The lower neck joint goes forward a decent amount. Going back, it gets hindered by the collar, so a little bit of forward and back movement there. So with both joints, you can look down a decent amount, and then same with looking up. Then we do get some pivot at the lower neck joint, and it also swivels. So pretty good movement with both the neck joints there. Then we do get a point of articulation at the torso, right under the chest here. And it only goes forward that much, and then back about that much, so very minimal forward and back movement at the torso there. We do get a little bit of pivot, and then it does swivel, but my joint is extremely tight, so I'm really not going to force it. The armor on the midsection you can swivel side to side, as you can see there. And then the waist, DEADSHOT only goes forward about that much, so with both joints, as you can see, he goes forward that much. And the waist goes back about that much, and with both joints, really not that much of a difference. Then we do get some really good pivot at the waist, and then it does swivel a tiny bit, but it's getting hindered by something, so really not the best swivel at the waist and the torso there. And then the clips around the waist here, I believe they're on a double ball peg, so you can swivel them, and you can move them around a little bit. So I do like how they articulated some of the clips on this figure. Now for the arms, this is where I feel like some of the articulation is the best. We do have like a butterfly type joint, so you could shift his arms all the way forward. So I do like that point of articulation there. And just like the SH Figuarts Iron Man figures, you can actually pop the shoulder joint out a little bit. So you do get a very nice circular motion out of the arm there, and you can pop it back in. So I like how they added that on this DEADSHOT. And then the arms go out to the sides a little more than 90 degrees. They do go up and down. We do have the bicep swivel. It can swivel at the shoulder as well. We have a single bend at the elbow that bends in a little more than 90 degrees. Then it does swivel where the joint connects into the bicep a little bit, and then same where it connects into the forearm, a tiny bit of swivel. Then we do have a ball hinge at the wrist, so it does swivel and hinges back and forth. So great movement throughout the entire arms on this DEADSHOT. Now the clip on his hip, you can swivel a tiny bit. Same with the knife here, it can swivel. And then the legs do shift down just a little bit, so DEADSHOT can kick forward a little less than 90 degrees. And then if you wanted to see how it was on the other leg with the clips do get in the way a little bit. So you shift the joint down, but if you tuck the clips under, you could have them kick forward almost the same amount. So I mean, they will get in the way no matter what. Same with the molded gun on this hip here. But DEADSHOT's legs go back a tiny bit and then only kick out to the side about 45 degrees because this gets in the way. And then on this leg, the clips will be getting in the way. But we do get some very nice swivel up there. We have a double jointed knee that bends back pretty much all the way, so nice articulation there. Now for the ankles here, they do swivel. They hinge up a really good amount and then hinge down a decent amount as well. And then the ankle pivot really is not good at all on this DEADSHOT. Pretty disappointing. It pivots better out to the side than going in, which is a bit odd. So I'm not too happy with how Tamashii Nations has been putting in their ankle pivots. Like same with the Star Wars figures. It's not that great. And then we do have a little bit of a toe hinge. So overall, I do think we get some nice articulation with this DEADSHOT. Some points definitely aren't as good as others, but you're going to be able to get them in some decent poses. And I'm about to show you some of them right about now. But anyway, that is my review of the SH Figuarts Suicide Squad DEADSHOT. Hope you enjoyed it. If I had to rate this figure between a 1 through 10, I'd have to just give it an even 7. If you would like to know the price and where to buy this figure, I had mine imported from Japan from Anime Export, and I know my buddy from Agelessgeeks will be getting this figure. Not sure if he has it up for pre-order on his website yet. I will ask him and let you guys know in the comments, but I know he will be getting this once it releases in the US in 3 to 4 weeks. And if you do purchase something from Agelessgeeks.com, don't forget to enter in code name Daredevil and you'll get yourself a 5% off discount. I will put more information in the description below. And if you would like to support the channel, don't forget to subscribe and click on that bell icon. And if you liked it, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't like it, just give it a thumbs up anyway because action figures are awesome. But thanks for watching. I will see you later. So we do get a basic looking style box for the SH Figuarts Suicide Squad line, and then we do, damn it! On the top says Suicide Squad, on the bottom we do get an image of the and they all have bullets in all of them, and I think that looks pretty cool for DEADSHOT. Then on the bottom, moving on to the accessories, 6 interchangeable hands, so we do get a pair of shits. And beautiful sculpt and paint all throughout these is whoopsie whoops. Damn, this shit rolled 4 on the floor. Holy crap!